Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back. The end zone for a touchback.
Break. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Top shoot.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing Jones. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Switch. Rock it. Let's go.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Niners take over first and 10.
No, check it.
Around 22-yard line.
All day, defense, all day. Shoot.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked Like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Mixon running right. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
Go! 61, match box, hit.
Jones on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Here we go. 18 Gator. All day. Sponge. No.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 9. Check. Look at me. Go. Come. Let's go. Here's
a run with Mixon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, 49ers 7.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check 43.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Check 31. Alert! 36. Line 36. I'm here all day.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Quick dance. Come. Out.
To the air. Allen going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Joe Mixon. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jones heading up here first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Back to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones operating from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
52
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. You got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
You draw Corker.
Check 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now.
2nd and long. This is the tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey. 55, Mike 55. So don't say nothing. Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, seam 6. 5.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
That's going to be a long day. 36. Middle. Half. Bullshit. Middle. 5 wide. I got it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Pettis. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch that end. Tight end's right.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check, Nick. safety creep.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
Allen.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mixon will try the right side. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready up.
There's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Stop your whining.
Go, go.
Looking to throw. Jones able to find Switzer. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the shift. Line 36. Line 36. Middle. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that kid. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Watch 36. 36 the mic. I'm coming.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, hold.
From the gun, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the money.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Watch out.
Middle. Half. Hey. High 7.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
15 line.
You. Back.
80 weapons. 5.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. We have played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
49ers 7.
They'll come out in the pistol.
218, chopper.
4 down, check, 4 down.
2.
On 2nd down, Nixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, wahoo!
Check safety, check safety. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Line 36. That's right, middle.
Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Roquan Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
56, 56.
On play action, Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On the double. Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's go, defense. And who you
Look, squeeze. Hit it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 42, 49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Monday. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Woo-hoo! Check. Monday, half 10. 56, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Sub. Half 85. All 52.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
Bravo.
Safety's creeping. Watch motion.
Here we go.
Here's Allen. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28.
And the 49ers first down.
Half 85. Alert. Twitch.
Motion.
5 wide. Alert.
Allen now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 52's to Mike. Exit. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by Penny. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
36 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 36. Mike 36. It's a party now.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
Out.
36. Line 36.
Alert.
Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 26. Check 26.
Look out.
Now Allen. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert.
Mike 36. Mike.
Pilot 64. Weak.
Shit.
Sound. On the ball.
Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, motion backfield. Motion backfield. Half 85. Half 85.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Gerald McCoy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Alpha.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.